From BaeBlades to NayBlades, and to be honest with you, I had a really hard time coming up with this list because every blade in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is lovable in one way or another, but let's give it a shot. Obviously, before I get into it, I have to give a spoiler warning. There are going to be rare blades in this video, so stop watching now if you're worried about potential party member or blade related spoilers up to chapter 5. Also, this isn't about the 5 weakest blades or the 5 worst designed, just as my top 5 list wasn't about the strongest blades or the best designed ones. This list is totally subjective and I can't wait to see who all of your least favorite blades are in the comments afterwards. Now, let's get on with it. I know this is supposed to be about rare blades, but I could only really come up with 4 rare blades that I didn't like for a particular reason, and let's be honest, dropping 20 legendary core crystals and 50 rare that only summon 69 common blades is enough to make you hate them more than anything. Their designs might have had some interest at some point, but once you've seen them all a handful of times, you may actually take delight in deleting them to make room later on. I was really scraping the bottom of the barrel to include Finch on this list because in some ways Finch is actually really likable, but personally I don't really care for the design and the English voiceover is just bleh to me. I actually really like Ursula. It's her damn polar bear rabbit frog pet thing she has that's the problem. I don't know whether it's just how they've modeled it in 3D or if the design for Barry was always that bad, but I just can't stand it. It looks stupid and it's a shame because I don't think it would take much to actually make it a really cool design that complements Ursula's design rather than hinders it. Agian certainly isn't here because he is weak. He is probably the most OP tank blade there is next to Bridget, and it's for that reason he makes it to number 2 on my worst blades list, because his design is so damn boring. You are basically forced to use him on your chosen tank party member because he is so OP, but he looks so much like a regular boring old common blade that it kind of makes me resent him. I have honestly contemplated just dropping him despite his power and replacing him with someone more awesome like Cassandra or Godfrey. Rock. I think Rock may be the only one on the list I truly dislike a lot. The others have had some niggles or nitpicks, but I really don't like Rock at all. I don't like the design, the English voice work just sounds stupid for the most part, Rock doesn't have a defined gender, nor does it count as a beast or monster, so he is next to useless for Merc missions. I also really hate that Rock's exclusive field skill, Miasma Dispersion, is basically never used and only relevant in a quest you are forced to do. There are actually more miasmas in RS that Rock's skill doesn't work on because they require things like Ancient Wisdom and Dark Mastery instead. I don't even care how strong he may be in combat, I'm not using Rock for any amount of time to help me figure that out. Rock is just a crappy blade, and that's why Rock takes the number 1 spot on this list. But tell me, are there any rare blades that you don't particularly care for, maybe even hate? Let me know down below, and while you're down there you could also hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to see more content like this, and check out the links in the video description to help support the channel. Other than that, I'll see you all soon.